hooks a little bit. Pretty good from there.
The Ion Max is already available. Schedules delayed us a little in getting this one out, but now that it's available to the public, maybe you have one, maybe you've seen them in action in person, so you can judge whether you think we're calling it right or fair. To start with the details, the center is Royal Crest Lanes in Lawrence, Kansas, and the lane condition is the Kegel Chromium Challenge pattern that comes in at 42 feet, 25.5 mils. The graph is linked in the description. We're going to fast track the tech stuff a little. The details are all on the website if you want the hard numbers. Link to the ball page on the website is in the description. The focus is going to be on the ball reaction. The Ion Max is a strong asymmetric solid, Element Max AI core, NRG solid cover stock that comes at 2000 grit. But once again, the Max does not have the exact same core as the Pro. The Pro and the Max relate very similarly to how the Extreme Envy and Envy Tour work. The core in the Ion Pro is basically the lower differential, more controllable Tour version of the Ion Max core, which has a much higher differential for more flare, which creates a stronger and more dynamic ball motion. NRG Solid is a very strong, early, high-traction, controllable cover, which is basically the same cover as Rotogrip's Gem for easiest reference. The Ion Max seems to fit somewhere between the Gem and Eternity Pi. Not quite as much of a monster as the Gem, but stronger than the Pi, putting it near harsh reality territory. All the experience and feedback for the Max so far has seemed extremely positive, and while good and bad are relative, even the quote-unquote worst balls ever still had big fans. This one seems to be a big ball that hooks without burning up, that's forgiving, that handles angle unusually well, that picks up and continues, and that's very versatile. Definitely too strong for Zach to walk down the side. Versatility still has its limits. You're not going to be able to put this ball down the 5 board on your league shot either, naturally. Bowling balls aren't magic, they're tools, but this one seems to be a pretty usable and effective tool. Since the first review featuring Tobias, he shined his up and has used it a lot on virtually everything. It's seen some tougher stuff, some league, couple tournament sets on lighter volume conditions, all on the fresh, of course. It will get deeper into transition than you expect it to, and will let you get deeper on the lane than you expect it to, but at a certain point, it's still a better idea to put it away and go to something that's designed for transition and bigger angles. Now, Zach has used the Max a few times on a few different things too, and as he used his Gem and Magic Gem quite a bit in regionals, this one will easily be making the bag. Zach didn't miss with this ball unless he tried to. I think maybe once. There was a pocket 7-pin or something. You'll see in the outtakes that he intentionally started limit testing it. There's also quite a bit more on-lane commentary than usual. He added several thoughts about the ball, which are worth sticking around for. A slightly tumbly, climbing, roundish arc. It doesn't seem to land squarely in one specific reaction shape territory. Nice balance between length and shape. It's not exactly clean, but you don't have to fight it to get it down the lane. And it's squarely medium on friction response. It's not that fast, but it's not that slow either. Short interruption to remind you to check the description. Lots of good and helpful things down there, including a link to Bowler's Mart to get one of these ordered. Links to instructional videos, plus I have a new shirt and hoodie design up on CoolWick. Suck it up, Buttercup. And code ROSEDALL10 will give you 10% off your order at checkout. Links to the shirt and hoodie are also down there. Comparing it to the Ion Pro, I think it's pretty easy to see the difference in the ball reactions. Now, Zach had to keep the Pro much closer to the pocket than the Max. Again, more differential for the Max means more flare, which means more traction. So the Max needed to go away from the pocket to get it down the lane and then shape correctly or efficiently, while the Pro has a lower differential in addition to a weaker cover. So it didn't like being thrown away from the pocket or being swung too far to the outside. It was a little long and too slow getting back up the hill if there was too much angle. The Pro is a much tamer version of the Max. I think that there's at least one, probably 2 balls in between them, like I mentioned in Tobias's review. I think the DNA coil is a great step down from the Max. Absolute power is a great step down from the coil before ending up in the Pro. Rounder, more IQ Tour type of shape from the Pro, and this is a great illustration of the difference between a big strong ball and what we've come to know as a Tour type of reaction. The Max is big, bold, strong, still pretty controllable, but definitely designed to eat through oil and give you a strong dynamic reaction, while the Pro is designed to be much more stable, much less aggressive or dynamic on its own to give you more control on transition or more medium conditions. The The Max is obviously a one ball. Again, it's in harsh reality territory, but the harsh really prefers straighter angles. The Max lets you continue to chase it deeper more easily. Once we get to the report card in a couple months, if I actually have time to get to one, I've been terribly behind on those, we'll have a better idea how it stacks up to the gems, realities, and eternities. Once again, the Ion Max is available, as is the Sublime Focus. I'll also have a video featuring Zach up for that one, plus I drilled my first SPI ball of the year recently. Put your guesses down below on what you think I just had to have. I promise that review is coming soon. I'm just trying to catch up on the necessary stuff first. Remember to check out the description for all the goodies, and stick around for the outtakes and on-lane comments Zach had. It's fun, but it's not just fluff. This video was brought to you by Panda Bear Productions. We put the in bowling. Thanks for watching, and may the strikes be with you.
I think that's going to be a good one. Do you need more footage? It feels cleaner than the Magic even. And a little bit more cleaner, but a little more round. Where the Magic kind of sees it and stands up, but this probably layout has something to do with it. I'll step left here and see what happens. Jeez. There it was. Gas that one a little bit. Seeing what it does. Yeah, I softened up on that. The 2, 4, 8, 10 that I left was a little steep and a little fast, and I softened up on that one, and it obviously didn't get as far right because it started to pick up, but the shape was really good.
Play with it anymore?
I might do one more just for fun, like weigh in, and then if you have enough, I'm good to go to the next ball.
Yeah, another couple for the outtakes.
Can we get a strike from there?